Hello, Dr. M. Jha, Professor, Sant College of Higher Education, Delhi. Once again, I am here with you with a BBA topic of a BBA subject, Project Planning and Evaluation BBA-302. Today we will discuss about network diagram of a project. What is network diagram? What are its various issues? How it is constructed? Network diagram on the basis of input, on the basis of information, we have the network diagram of any project showing the logical relationship between activities and event is developed or constructed. Means network diagram is nothing but a logical and sequential relationship between all the activities and event of the project at the time of planning. Before moving ahead, we will discuss 2-3 important words which will be used time and again. First is activity. Activity is a definite task, job or function. It is definite. It is assigned to a person or a department. It is required to be performed in the project. It is progressive things. It is going on. It is happening. Example, preparing dinner. Preparing dinner is a course of doing it. When a person is assigned to prepare dinner, he or she collects materials, then start cooking. At some time, he or she achieves, and after that, the dinner is prepared. Similarly, constructing wall. Wall is under construction. Work is going on. Of certain width, certain length, certain height, wall is required to be constructed. And this task is definite. It is assigned to a particular department or the person of the project. So this is ongoing. This is activity. It is represented by an arrow as below, either 1 and 2, or nomenclature A, B, C, whatever it is. Head of the arrow marks the completion of the activity and tail marks its beginning. Length has no significance. It might be shorter or it might be larger. Hardly matters. It consumes time and resources. Event. Event is a specific point in time indicating the beginning or end of one or more activities. It is a stagnant part of any diagram. Example, if we give the prepared dinner ready to serve. Dinner is prepared. In under activities, it was preparing. Now it is prepared. It will not require any time or any other resources. Represented by a node as encircled with the blue color, but color is no importance. Any color that might be, it required to be encircled and called node, indicating event of a project diagram. Per diagram consists event is serially numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It does not consume time or any other resources as we discussed under the example. If we give another example, constructed wall. Wall is constructed, it is ready. No work is further required to be done over there. So it will not consume any time or resource. So that is event. Dummy activity is dummy really. It has no work, but sometimes it is used significantly. To ensure that each activity must be numbered, dummy activities may be introduced. It represents no task, zero duration, no time consumption, no resource consumption. It is represented by a dashed arrow given below. In short, rule for network construction. Each activity must have preceding and successive event. Activity 1-2 is preceding event 1 succeeding 2. Activity 2-3 is preceding event 2 is succeeding 3. Each event should have a distinct number. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number at the head of arrow is greater than the number at the tail. As it is clear from depiction, arrow 1-2 or activity 1-2, the arrow is with the higher number, head is with the higher number, and tail is with the lower number. 2 is higher, 1 is lower. Similarly, if we talk about activity 2-3, so head of the arrow is with the higher number 3 and tail is with the lower number. There should not be any loop like this. It will be straight. Not more than one activity can have the same preceding and succeeding event. No, it is wrong as it is depicted in the picture 1 and 2. And two activities are originated out of one, and these two merges again at event 2. No, it is wrong. No crisscrossing. 1-4 and 2-5, two activities, they will not cross each other in the diagram. Some input we have, we will discuss and construct network diagram. Start and successor activities, immediate and predecessors activities. So A is successor always because it does not have any predecessors in right side. Now B, C, D, E, F, G, these are successor. B is a successor of A, C and D are successor of B, E successor of C, F successor of D, G successor of E, F. Or we can say A is predecessor activity of B, B is predecessor of C and D, and so on. On the basis of it, we will construct one diagram. So here A is starting activity, means A will start, but any activity requires start and end event. So event 1 and 2, from event 1 it is originated and it ends at 2. So A can be represented at 1, 2 as here. Next is B is successor of A. After B, after A there should be B. So B is there. So when B is successor of A, then 2, 3 will represent B. 2 will be the starting event for B, and there will be another event which we number 3 as the end event for activity B, or we can say activity 2 and 3. Now again we going back to over here. C and D together are the successor of the activity B. Activity B will have two successors. Here C and D are two successors. In second line it is clear that B is activity, 2 or 3 is activity. It had two successors, C and D, 3, 4 and 3, 5. Again we go back to it. So E is successor of C, or C is the immediate predecessor of E. C is immediate predecessor of E. Here we see. Well, E is the immediate predecessor of C. Immediate predecessor of C. What does it mean? Means E is the successor of C. E is the successor of C, and C is the immediate predecessor. Similarly, we go ahead and discussing F and D. F is successor and D is predecessor. So D is predecessor, F is successor. Now, all these four lines, logically keeping this information in view, we can club together. When we club together, then it takes shape like this. First we club line 1 and line 2, then it became 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 3 and 5. A, B and C, A, B and D. This is partially constructed diagram. Again, when we look at second line, from 3 it goes towards C and from 3 it goes towards D. 3, 4 and 3, 5. In third line, from 3 again it goes towards 4 and from 4 it goes towards 6. And fourth line, it is 3 goes towards 5 and from 5 F goes towards 7. So uh, third and fourth line, when we club these two together with line 2, it takes shape like this. Means there is a question mark. What will happen after E and F? What will be the fate of G? Because as per the input, what do we have? We have E and F are immediate predecessors of G, means G is successor of E and F. What happens here? As G is successor of E and F, it should be like this, or E and F are immediate predecessor of G. And G is given and G is the last activity. It is given and with the closing event 8. So next slide we will discuss what did happen. Activity G has E and F as immediate predecessor. Means G is the common successor of E and F. So it has two possibilities, either by merging or without merging it. Option X. In option X, what we do? And because G is the common successor of E and F, so E and F activities are merged at node 6, at event 6. From there, 6, 7 or G is existed. G is the last activity. G is a common successor of E and F, or E and F together are immediate predecessor of G. If we don't do, then there is use of dummy. Option Y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7 and 8. Here as G is common successor of E and F, or E and F are immediate predecessor of G, then what we can do? We can let 6 and 7 jointed by one dummy activities. 6, 7. Dummy has no meaning. Dummy doesn't consume any time. No task. It, its role is simply to indicate that yes, G will come immediately after E and F together, or E and F immediately will jump to G, no other activities in between. So 6 and 7, two nodes, two events can be connected by one dummy activities 6, 7. Then G is the last activities. It is culminated at the last event 8. So any of these two might be answer thereof. Thank you. Thank you very much.